see your comments, and then we'll get started. I hope everybody's having a great Thursday. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm playing with the Peaceful Deer bundle today, and I know it seems probably weird that I'm not doing a Halloween project at the moment, but I'm trying to use some the items that are in Celebration because that's gonna end, and I don't want to show it after the fact. And so one of the items that I'm using that pairs with this Peaceful Deer bundle is the Peaceful Prints Designer Series paper. So I'm using that today, and that's why I wanted to go ahead and use this set up front. As you noticed last week, I featured stuff with the Bedazzling Designer Series paper. And then I've got a couple projects coming up with the Penguin and the Beautifully Pinned. So we only have a little bit longer to go. We have till the end of next month, and I don't want to not show you guys some cool projects with those things. Okay, so we're going to use this bundle today, and what we're going to create is a K-cup treat. And so it's a little Christmas tree, and we've got our Peaceful Deer. And the minute I saw the snowflake paper, I thought, oh, this would make a cute tree. So the top here is filled with chocolates. So we have some chocolates to add to it. And then the bottom holds a K-cup. So we're going to go ahead and get started. First, we're going to do all the die cutting because we need to do some die cuts to make the circle and the star. So I'm going to set this aside. And we're just going to bring in our mini cut and emboss machine. Love the size of this machine because it makes it so nice and easy for little projects like this. And we're going to bring in our layering circles and our our stitched stars dies. So let's see here. I'm trying to... There's our, we're using some of the gold shimmer vellum. And then I'm just going to pick a stitched star, and I'm going to die cut 2 of those. And I want it pretty small. There it is. I'm wanting this smaller one. So we're going to go ahead and die cut 2 of these out. This shimmer paper is so pretty. And then let's get that other one cut. So it's just a scrap of shimmer, gold shimmer vellum. I think I put like 1.5 by 4 to cut 2 stars. Okay, so now we're done with the star dies. And now let's get our circle dies out. And what we're going to want on the circle dies are the 3rd and 6th largest circle dies. And I have a piece of garden green cardstock. Oh, I'm gonna need to get my big machine. Hold on just a moment here, you guys. I forgot I needed a little bit bigger. Thankfully, I have them both set out nice and easy. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of garden green cardstock, and I made it, I think this is 4x4. You don't need it quite that large. It's just a piece that I had in my scrap, so I grabbed the whole thing. And we're going to take the 3rd largest and the 6th largest. So right, make sure I have, oh. So what it is just so you guys know, the 3rd largest is about 1 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so I'm just gonna die cut that out. Hi, Kathy. Sorry I didn't see you pop up right away. Okay. So now we have our 1 3/4 inch circle, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put that 6th largest one in the middle there, and this one, sorry, the big one is 2.5 inches, the little one is 1 3/4 of an inch, and we're just gonna center that right on down into the middle of that one, and we're gonna die cut that out. And what we're doing essentially is we're making a holder for that K-cup to sit in. And also, I'll show you here once I get my die cut machine out of the way. Okay, so that's what you were left with. And that's what our tree will adhere to, and the K-cup. So let me show you how the K-cup will sit in there. So the K-cup just kind of sits in there just like that. It's a tight fit, but that's what you want so it doesn't slide out. Okay? So we're going to do that for a second. Now you're going to have a piece of that designer series paper that's in the Celebration catalog. And it is cut at 6 by 8. Okay? And we're going to bring in our paper trimmer. And we're going to score on the 6-inch side at a 1/2 inch. So down at the bottom, since my paper is directional, I want to make sure that my 1/2 inch is down here at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and score that down there at the bottom, okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to score at 1 1/4 inches, at 2 1/2 inches, at 3 3/4 of an inch, at 5 inches, and then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to score it at 5/8 of an inch, at 1 7/8 of an inch, at 3 1/8 of an inch, at 4 3/8 of an inch, and at 5 5/8 of an inch. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold and burnish all of our score lines. And on the 1 1/4 inches, the bigger ones, we want to score mountain ways, like where it makes a mountain, okay? Okay, now the other ones we want to score the opposite way. So it's like a valley. Got a couple more to do. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to cut off on this 1/2 inch seam. We're going to cut off and tab it. So I'm just going to tab it like this and tab it up here like that. And then we're going to cut up all the little score lines down here at the bottom up to that 1/2 inch score line. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring these together just like this and glue it. So I'm going to add adhesive down on that tab. Making sure to line it all up. Okay, I'm going to put my coffee cup in, or my K-cup in. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue all of the little tabs here down onto our green circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with one. I think I made my circles too big. Or did I score it on the wrong side? Darn it. Hold on, I'm reading my directions here. You know what? We're going to start over. I realized I scored on the wrong side. It needs to be wider. My luck. I was getting too carried away. Let me cut a new piece of paper. I can't believe I did that. Silly, silly me. Okay, we need a green piece of paper. Okay, so we want it to be 6 by 8. Okay, on the 6-inch side, oh, it is. Okay, we want to score it at a 1/2 inch. That's where I did mess up, you guys. I had you guys scoring on the wrong side. Okay, let's try this again. On the 8-inch side, we want to score it at 1 1/4. My directions are right. I just read it wrong. At 2 1/2. At 3 3/4. At 5. At 6 1/4, and at 7 1/2. And that's why I had more numbers than I did the other way. We're going to flip it to the other side, and we're going to score it at 5/8 of an inch, at 1 7/8, at 3 1/8, at 4 inches. Oh, whoops. At 4 3/8. At 5 5/8. And at 6 7/8. Okay. I guess it takes a couple times for me to do my project. Okay, so we're gonna score up like this. This is gonna make it way better. Okay, so on the 1 1/4 inch ones, we're gonna mountain fold, mountain fold. So you're kind of doing like an accordion. Just like that. Okay, and then we're going to score the, or fold the opposite way on the other ones. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to tab the ends. Tell you what. Ah! Only me. Okay. And now you're going to cut up all the score lines. Okay, now you're going to glue the two ends together. It only took me one more time, right? My hands were a little sticky from my glue, which caused me to rip that little section there, but it won't matter since that's our tab. Okay, so now we're going to put it on its top. We're going to fold down all of our little marks or little folds there, okay? And we're going to glue this to the circle. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to add glue all the way around like this. And then I'm going to set it on its side like that, because what you're going to do is you're going to cut some of it off to make the tree shape. So I kind of did like a star pattern here. See how it's going to you'll just have a tiny bit in little places to cut off. I want to bring this little area in. There we go. And then this little area, because you want all of it covering so that there's no holes. And you could stick your finger in there and press down. So it looks like that, okay? Now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna cut off the circle parts that you don't wanna see. So it's kind of like a zigzag. Okay, like that. Now you're going to add your K-cup in. And it's going to be kind of a tight fit because of the folds. I've got to get a pencil. Actually, my bone folder would work better. And you want to guide it through the hole. Come on. I'm trying not to push it too hard because I didn't want to rip the top of my cake cup. There we go. Okay. Now at this point, you're going to take, and before you fill it up, you're going to take your hole punch, and on all the mountain folds, you're going to punch a hole. Okay, so now you have that there. Now you're going to fill it with your candy. Okay. Then you're going to take some baker's twine. Oh, whoops. My little bottom's coming off. I have to fix that. Okay. We're going to take our baker's twine. And you're going to thread it through the holes. And I happen to have, since I do sewing, I have like a yarn needle here. And I'm just going to use that to make it really quick and easy for me to thread it through. And so you're just going to go back and forth just like that. Okay, so once you have it all the way through, you're going to cut it off. And before you're done, you also have a couple little scraps here. We're going to cut off. You just need like a 1/2 inch piece to attach our stars to. So we're going to go ahead and glue on our stars. And then I just did the other side to cover it up, matching those two up. Just like that. Then you're gonna pull this shut. and tie a bow. I'm not going to tie a bow quite yet here. I'm going to just tie it in a knot. Okay, come on. Let me get my fold back going. I think I put too much candy in this one. There we go. Or not enough candy, maybe. Uh-oh. It came off my bottom. Ugh. I'll have to fix that. Hold on. So I'm just going to stick my little star in there. And then we're going to cut out some deer. And I did just the plain jumping deer here. And then I'm just going to color them in with my crumb cake blends. So I kind of just outlined with the darker. And then I'm just going to come in and color with my light one. Oops. I need new crumb cake markers badly. They're on my next order I have put in. They're just not here yet. Okay, so then we have that, and then we'll punch out our deer. And you could choose to put the antlers on or not. I didn't on these ones. Okay. And then what I did was I glued them to the outside of my star, or my tree. And so I just put glue like on part of it. I've got to fix the top of this. Man, I kind of put this one together very clumsily. I'm gonna have to fix it. Oh, that's a great idea, Kathy. I never even thought of that. Okay. Then what you're going to want to do, and I forgot this step, that's why my bottom's coming apart. So we're going to fix that. You're supposed to use a little bit of washi tape or Scotch tape, whichever you want. We used to sell washi tape and we don't. So I've just got a piece of tape here and I just taped it along the bottom. So you can see I use washi tape on this one. And then what I did to cover that up is I tied a ribbon around it. And then what I did was I put a little bit of Scotch tape on the back of this to hold it in place. Which will be perfect because I need to tape down this back area. Boy, oh boy, I'm having some major difficulties today. Off my ribbon. And see, there we go. Don't get that stuck in there. There we go. And then I've got to pull this tighter somehow. Okay. Put my star in. This one turned out way better. I don't know if I threaded it wrong or what I did. I did it the opposite way. That's what I did. So you want to go see how my stitches are on the outside and they go in the valley part. That's how you want yours. So that's my hot mess of a project today, you guys. I'm going to cut this off and do it again and see if I can't get mine to work. Because otherwise, it is a pretty cute project and it's pretty simple. You just got to follow the directions, and I can't even follow my own directions. So I hope you guys have a great day. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.